Should I intro us again?
Again, you get it every time.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Welcome back to The Watch. When the writing is bad and full of errors
We haven't done that one in a while.
and inappropriate discussion topics for a children's TV show. Now,
Yeah.
I get kids' cartoons, okay? You can have little things in between the lines. Obviously, parents and the adults can kind of laugh at that inappropriate.
Look, doubloons! Don't drop them.
But this has some pretty blatant stuff that is clearly not made for younger audiences.
Yeah.
So the script leaked. The original intention was to screen grab some of the worst bits and have a discussion about it.
Yeah.
But there were so many bits where, like, the reaction was so priceless. We thought, this isn't good enough.
Yeah.
We need to get our reactions on camera as I'm reading through the script and realizing what is going on. It's just like any other B-grade Hollywood movie. It's like, okay, bad stories, development, stories going nowhere. But it's the little left hook turns. Things that a character says something and you just go, what? Yeah, stuff like that.
We gotta sound clip that. That is gold. Can you do that one more time?
I don't know if I can.
One more time.
What?
Dude, that is powerful right there. We're using that from now on. Okay,
Great.
people, I'm gonna sound clip that, put that in some memes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the opening dialogue's pretty alright. But there's...
No, let me judge that.
There's so... Okay, not alright, as in to say there's nothing really presentable out there.
Once upon a time.
But there's this annoying narrator that goes through the entire story so far. There's always just like explaining to the audience what's going on, which isn't the best method of storytelling. Maybe at the start to, kind of get the premise of the story going, but, it kind of goes through quite a lot of just the narrator explaining, this is what's happened.
No, dude, this writing is awful. Buttercup was the tough one. The hard ass, if you'll pardon my idiom. Like,
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? This is like, first rule, show, don't tell.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to show that she's the tough one, maybe have her doing some tough things.
Can I get to the bit where it's kind of like horrifying? So basically, the Powerpuff Girls come out and they're going to fight a new monster and whatever. And it kind of does the origin story of how they came to be with their father.
Sugar
creating them
spice
as-
and everything nice, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
actually
yeah.
knocked a bunch of amphetamine into the creation table. Yeah.
There's lots of text, and it's hard to distinguish what text says what, but it all looks the same.
I have dyslexia.
No. There is a description saying the girls and Drake watch a live news broadcast. And then the narrator says, Drake was right. The girls had a national fan club, licensed merch, even their own cartoon. But Mojo wasn't their only enemy. They were about to face an evil, far more formidable, a force that's defeated innumerable gifted children. Puberty.
Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. Based on what I know from the parts of this book that I've already read, and they haven't gone through puberty yet.
Yeah.
These are prepubescent girls,
So-
and there's the other that's in there.
No, okay. No, there's time jumping. So
Oh, thank. Whew.
yeah. So
Okay.
it opens up with them being young.
I thought this was going to be a Disney movie for a second.
No. It opens up with them being young and doing stuff, and then now it transitions to them being puberty, and then it goes on to later them being adults.
Okay.
And it's basically like, it goes through this emotional, mental struggle of what happens if you're a Powerpuff Girl and how they grow up in that environment.
Okay.
Um,
Because that's
Yeah.
why we love the Powerpuff Girls.
There's this giant monster. Mojo's controlling it, being an evil villain.
Yeah.
Desperate Blossom kicks a third piece of debris out of the air, but it ricochets a lamppost, exploding to fragments. Mojo's robot is riddled with shrapnels as it falls to the ground. And then his son in the lab's just like, his eyes begin to water. So they witness this guy's death, and then one of the Powerpuff Girls has a panic attack. Which, fair enough, but also there's just blood everywhere all over this machine.
Aren't these girls been fighting villainy and bad
But they've
stuff?
never killed a man.
Wait, they
Now
killed a
have.
dude?
They've never.
I thought the robot killed a dude.
Or they were in the accident. So it was an accident, but also they were fighting him.
You'd think that after how many years of being Powerpuff Girls, they would have got this stuff on lockdown?
Apparently not. Well, now they're losing it because they're drunk and tipsy. And the mayor holds a press conference. And the mayor says, due to public safety concerns, Boy, haven't I heard that before.
Oh, yeah.
The Powerpuff Girls have been outlawed from fighting in Townsville.
Okay, well, good luck with villainy.
And then the protesters cheer wildly. They're like, woo, yeah! It says here, Buttercup bursts angrily out the front door and is immediately swarmed by news cameras. Buttercup says, bleep you and bleep Townsville. The Powerpuff Girls are done.
I think Coolsville sucks.
End teaser, says the script.
That's the teaser?
That's the opening of this.
Like Miley Cyrus wrote this.
It's so poorly written. Anyway, we get into some bits now that the tweets have mentioned, where they say basically Bubbles is homeless, doesn't have a job, and so what she's doing is selling herself. Not sexually, but her merch.
You could have, you know...
I was doing an Oz joke there, you know? I was implying something and then fixing my mistake, but it was funny.
That's what you call the old...
switcheroo.
Yeah.
But Bubbles is gone to Hollywood to capitalize on her fame. And again, the voice-over narrator is just explaining all of this.
The fun in a story is kind of like connecting things just before they happen a little bit, you know? But when you explain it, well, you've taken that away from us. So
especially when the narrator's like, after 2 stints in rehab and 3 failed reality show pilots, she had pivoted to direct sales.
You think that a girl with superpowers in a world where people don't have superpowers except for her would probably be the most interesting reality TV show, but you would have to be like just the most boring or like awful human being to have 3 failed.
Either one.
Yeah.
So we cut to a lectural hall, and the narrator's like, as for Blossom, she attended an elite women's college in the Northeast, collecting degrees to cocoon herself from the harsh sting of the real world. It was effective.
Oh, yeah.
And then they see a Powerpuff tattoo on like some person, and it's like, mostly.
You know, like, I love the options they're presenting young women with. You know, you can sell your merch, which is just code for Twitch and OnlyFans pipeline.
Basically, yeah, selling your farts.
There's that. There's the OnlyFans, you know, road. There's the STEM. And what happened to the other one?
Oh, we're finding out, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, Blossom is having this conversation with her boyfriend, Clive. Blossom says, they probably still hate me. They talk all the time. Buttercup even went out to see Bubbles' one-woman show, Bubbles with a Chance of Bubbles. I've been a total ghost. Like, there's just so much in that information that they're not explaining certain things, but also they're getting so caught up on other things that just aren't important.
Jump from one thing to the other. No actual through line with the storytelling or dialogue at all.
But then Blossom's like, I hope I don't have another panic attack while I'm there. And then Clive's like, that's what Xanax is for.
What?
That and recreational use by groups with cool face tats. And if you do freak out, just do the exercise Dr. Pat taught you. And then Blossom's like, right, visualize my inner child.
I've delivered on everything, I promised, except for free Gelato Fridays, and that's only because the perfect scoop turned out to be a front for meth trafficking.
So, Jojo, the villain's son, went back, or stayed in Townsville and became mayor.
Yeah.
And he's losing the election, but basically he says, I've given them everything except for the free gelato thing that I couldn't give them because of meth trafficking. What? Okay, it makes sense for, like, you know, you can't give them a giant stadium because it's too expensive. You can't give them free healthcare because it's America. You can't do so many other things. But the gelato was for meth trafficking? That's just trying to be funny without being funny.
Yeah, even then, just get rid of the meth part and you've still got a gelato place left.
Heck, if it's good for meth trafficking, maybe get some police onto that and they can discover what that's up for.
Alicia Lawrence has no experience. She's impulsive and reactionary. She's exciting. You mean she's not a white man? No. You know you hear about the reverse discrimination, but until it happens to you... No offense, you totally earned your position. Optics don't hurt, though. We're doomed as a society. I was aware of this probably more recently.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it gets worse. Okay, it always gets worse, doesn't it? Alright, here we go.
And then Jojo's like, There's one thing people love more than virtue signaling, Gina. And Gina's like, frozen desserts of Italian origin? And then Jojo's like, no. Security, safety, and I can provide that.
What?
Oh my god!
Yeah. Okay, just hit me with it.
And then, so he has a pet monkey, right? And Jojo's like, what about my pet monkey? That was when you fought in the last election. And then Gina says, post Harambe, no one cares anymore.
What kind of person writes this?
Like, you never make an outwardly joke about Harambe anymore unless you want to feel very dated.
Yeah, and
This
even
isn't 2016 anymore.
yeah, it's like when Deadpool's like, "Hey, is dubstep a thing still?"
Yeah.
And when they bought that movie out at the time, dubstep was no longer a thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's why timeless movies. Like you're doing a comedy movie, you don't reference the current year. You know. What else we got? What's some other crap? Tell you what though, so far this is still better than the Halo TV show.
Yeah. Anyway, we go back to they've met up now, and the introduction to them is just like, "Happy birthday, biatch!"
Okay, yeah.
Anyways, so Buttercup and Bubbles are talking about Mojo's son, Jojo, who's the man now. And Buttercup's like, so Mojo's son is the man now. Bubbles is like, remember what a huge crush he had on Blossom? Blossom, that's her third name. Weird kid. Hey, you know who we should go see while we're here? Sarah. Again, they're like,
Non sequitur.
non sequitur. It's just like, hey, so-and-so's mayor. Yeah, they are. Remember there was that thing? Okay, let's go see Sarah now.
It's just hallmark bad writing.
And then, no, but even Hallmark movies have better writing than this. They're cliche, but the ones at least I've seen have better writing than this.
Cliche is good.
Yeah, like that's the thing now. The good cliche stuff is way more worth your time than any of this newer crap.
Would you like to know why? Because all these sick puppies, fresh out of university with their writing degrees and their post-bloody feminist undergrad, blah blah blah, sexual gender studies, whatever you want to call it, it's all about deconstruction. And you know what? Any idiot with a hammer can deconstruct something that a master, has built over their lifetime. Just saying.
Yeah.
I think it was, what's his name? Critical Drinker who said that. These people, they are literally communists. And if you're a communist in the comment section, and you're like, you don't know what communism is. No. Excuse my French, you idiot. You don't know what communism is. Anyway, that's a bit of a non sequitur. I deserve one.
Like, it's just more of the same.
Crap.
Unbearable crap. Like, it's cringe to the point of these writers don't know
how human beings work.
Anyway, they go talk to their dad, and then they're like, Dad, why'd you call the press? Blossom's gonna freak out, and the last thing we need is another crack in the bell jar. And then Bubbles is like, Blossom's gonna do fine. Buttercup's like, she's emotionally fragile. Coming back is probably triggering for her.
This is triggering for me.
And then Bubbles is like, why? Because she's the one who killed Mojo? I mean, moveon.org.
Okay, first of all, the guy was a villain. Didn't he have like a robot going crazy? Is Jojo and Mojo, are they monkeys in this, or are they human beings?
I think... Oh, it doesn't say. It looks like they're humans.
Okay. Well, if a monkey can run for mayor...
Again, awful father figure for the show. Obviously, dads can't be looked up to, except for the one who died and was a villain anyways.
Yep.
Blossom shows up, and then Blossom's out cold. Bubbles and Buttercup hover over her. Buttercup says, Bloss, wake up, or we'll leak your nudes everywhere.
Who's this movie made for? Who's it made for? I want to know what age group this is made for. I mean, I know it wasn't made for human beings. Right?
Okay, it wasn't made for children because there's way too many adult themes in it.
Yeah.
It wasn't made for grown adults because it's too immature and stupid.
And cringe.
Yeah, for anyone to really want to go see it. So it's made for young adults who have no sense of quality, who don't care about nudity, swearing, morals, and any of that sense of the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like those who are fans of the Halo TV show will be a fan of this. It jokes like, honey, you think I would lie to you? And Buttercup's like, yes, you lie all the time.
Well, I mean, parents have to lie. But still, you shouldn't be pointing that out to the children. They need the veneer of security and safety. Parents lie, that's what half of their job is. Oh, Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, taxation, I love you, son. Yeah.
So basically, it's just Blossom and Buttercup not wanting to do it, and Bubbles saying, "Guys, please, it'll make for great TV. Dad's right. Like, I really miss us. It'll be so much fun.
Yeah, look.
Plus, we haven't hung out in decades. Like,
Me. Where's the greater good? You know, like modern day male superheroes.
Also-
You know what Spider-Man said? With great power comes great responsibility. I have the power to save people, so I must save people.
And you know what's bringing them together?
What?
Their dad's going to give them his fortune.
Oh, yeah, inheritance.
Yeah.
Because if they can't get it from a sugar daddy, they have to get it from real daddy.
Then Buttercup's like, "I'm here to pick up bi-curious townies. You're here to avoid Drake. Bubbles is here to investigate. But she forgot Butch hates her. Luckily, we're dealing with another hate boner, so alcohol helps." What?
It's all drugs, sex, and me.
This is what execs thought was a good idea
For the Powerpuff Girls.
for the Powerpuff Girls?
Well, you see, the puff stands for drugs.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Also, they keep talking about an evil laboratory, but it's again 27 pages in, still nothing's happened.
Wait, how many pages is this whole thing up?
60.
60? We're only at 27? I thought we're at the climax of the film, no pun intended.
Okay, and then Blossom, they're in the bar, right? Blossom waits for a drink, watching a Bitmoji from Clive. They now have Bitmojis in the show.
What's a Bitmoji?
I think the Snapchat characters you have when you're on Snapchat, that's a Bitmoji, I think. And she's just waiting for a Clive Bitmoji.
No offense to women as a species, okay? Women as a species have been great for the most part. But this whole modern woman thing where it's like, oh, I'm just going to use my phone all day, talk about me, talk about sex, talk about drugs, like all this same every day.
Oh boy, here's one. Bubbles is like, "Guys, I know everyone has rejected us for our semi-misogynistic reasons, but Townsville is our home, and it's getting destroyed. We have to save it. And Dad."
Yes, we're completely irresponsible. We killed a villain, which isn't that bad. All we talk about is sex, drugs, and ourselves. All we're interested in is our father's money and fame and sex. And we're hated because of misogynistic reasons.
Ugh.
Hit us with it.
So now they're trying to actually do their job. They're trying to save the world. And they're all like, "We'll do it for her, okay? It's what she would want, even if she can't say it. She was always our conscience." And Bubbles is like, "And I was just the attention whore." And then Buttercup's like, "Hey, you were amazing." Bubbles nods, touched. They take off in the other direction. So they're basically just being like, "I was an awful, horrible person being. No, you did the best you could with what you had. I'm not going to judge you for being an awful sister when I was in my youth."
It's just the most shallow, vapid crap that I could possibly imagine. Where's the lesson? Where's the stakes? There's nothing there.
But Buttercup basically says, "It was a fake out." And then Bubbles is like, "What a slut.
Okay.
What appropriate language for a kid's show."
I don't know who this is for, but it ain't for children. That's a fact.
All three girls, "I'll make a wish, take a chance, make a change, and break away." Oh. In the mayor's office, a camera feed that Jojo watches the action figures has a sick so
Yeah, just go into
I'll
tongues.
feed another. Oh, he says, "Right, Dad," and the monkey starts jumping up and down. His dad's the monkey!
Is that the end?
Yeah, look, going through, there's just going to be more awful. Like, we would if we wanted to go through
But we
page
really
by
don't.
page, but you know what? I want to save that for Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Powerpuff will cover here and just spurt some of the awful lines and tell you all that Hollywood sucks. That this is disgusting, and whoever greenlit this and thought this was appropriate, because they read this, was like, "That's all good," started filming, and they're in production as we speak.
Yeah. But putting aside all of the inappropriate stuff, Tolkien said it. A writer cannot help but put allegory into a story. You know what allegory means? It means when you insert your own political message or moral message. You can't help it because that is the point of a story. A story is meant to convey some sort of moral message or ask a moral question and answer it by the end, if you're a good story writer, teller. That doesn't give any sort of hint of values apart from sex, drugs, and self-obsession. And Snapchat and all the other useless modern crap that has nothing to do with...
They're just trying to be cool to be cool.
It's just useless crap mixed in with every occasional, like, woke you know,
it's really
talking
bad
point.
millennial humor. Like, I get now millennials are coming out of being cool now. They're the older type of people. They're the ones with jobs and whatever.
Yeah.
Gen Z's the one that's come through and they've got the cool kids stuff.
There's nothing funny there. Nothing funny, nothing interesting, nothing even edgy, you know? Like, and when I say edgy, I mean something that goes against the political and social norm of the time. Because the political and social norm of the time, that's pretty much it right there. That is it, unfortunately. That's the
This
shame
is
of
a
it.
great case study of what the world is like in terms of politics and everything wrong with the world.
Everything wrong with the world right there. Well, for one side at least.
So
yeah.
there's been of experts.
Excerpts.
Excerpts.
Excuse our crappy reading. It's late in the afternoon and that sucks.
Wait, it was just a bad script to read. It was difficult to understand what's going on. And we're also trying to filter through a lot of stuff as well.
Yeah.
And there's just so... Like, you can find it yourself online if you just search it up.
Yeah. Go read it and dive in.
Or don't. Go watch something wholesome. Go do something outside. Go
listen to a book like an audiobook.
Or, you know, grow some vegetables.
Yeah.
Start a garden.
Yeah. So, thank you for watching. Sorry that we put you through this.
Yeah, sorry.
It's almost every time, isn't it?
The writing is bad.
Awful.
Ugh.
Yeah, just feel gross.
Can you feel the pain? Can you see the pain in my face right now?
I can see
People
it.
always say, Nathan, why are you so unemotive when you're watching certain things like the Hello TV show? Can you see? Like, it still affects me. I usually switch off my facial features just so my muscles can relax. But I never watched Powerpuff Girls growing up. This is disgusting. This is
putrid.
Putrid is a wonderful word.
Yeah.
Well, I'm interested to see whether, because I heard that production stopped once all the leaks came out.
Oh, I hope
so. I hope this movie gets cancelled,
Yeah.
or they do such a critical rewrite that they had to basically do the whole thing from scratch. And I'm glad this came out earlier and the leaks were out and they actually listened. Unlike other TV shows where they just say, it's meant to be bad, it's meant to be awful.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing, right?
Which would probably be the defense when they presented it to the executives.
I think they've made this bad on purpose. I think
for
everything
sure.
they bring out is bad on purpose.
Yeah.
Or it's written by an AI.
Like, it is bad on purpose, yeah, I agree. But I'm just glad that people, and the outcry on Twitter, both sides at least, on this script, were like, this is trash. Why?
It's
Like,
bad if that's the case.
When this has been Night's Watch.
It's been way too long, and you sign off.
But thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video here. If you enjoyed our content, also head to the links in the description. I mean, they're everywhere now. We don't know what YouTube's like. Head to Patreon, Subscribestar. Also buy some merch. You can get something like this. Not as beautifully detailed and fine, but you can get something like this. It's an Oz hoodie, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed the video, buy our merch.
One person bought it. It was a lady. I was very surprised.
Yeah, so look at the links and support the channel and subscribe if you haven't already, because we've got more videos to come.
So until next time,
Stay watchful.